A very good evening to you, and Ola Afolabi, a man who is burning with ambition to get another crack at a world title. He wants Marco Captain Hook again. Terry Dunstan, as you've heard, he says if he doesn't win, he's going to pack up. Sparks could fly. 12-rounder, Afolabi, 31 years old, 11 years, Terry Dunstan's junior. Dunstan, though, can be heavy-handed. Here's the introduction.
WBO Intercontinental Champion Ola Afolabi. Ich darf Ihnen beide Boxer ausführlich vorstellen. Zunächst Terry Dunstan. Er ist 42 Jahre jung und brachte beim offiziellen Wiegen anlässlich dieses Championship-Bouts 90 Kilogramm, 27 Kämpfe, 24 Siege, 14 Mal durch K.O. 27 bouts, 24 wins, 14 by knockout. 42 years young, 90 kilograms, from London, fighting out of the blue corner, Terry Dunstan. The reigning and defending WBO Intercontinental Champion. 21 bouts, 16 wins, 7 by knockout. 31 years young, 90.5 kilograms. He fights out of London, here in Hamburg. Coming from the red corner, Ola Afolabi. The three judges, ladies and gentlemen, die drei Punktrichter scoring this bout will be Mrs. Adelaide Bird from the United States, Michael Pernick, USA, and Frank Michael Maas from Germany. And when the bell rings, ladies and gentlemen, the man in charge of the action on this 12-round cruiserweight bout for the WBO Intercontinental Championship will be Stanley Christodoulou from South Africa.
Right, let's go. Thank you. Good, thank you.
Stanley Christodoulou, vastly experienced referee.
Fight, shake hands, good luck to you both.
Refereed his world title fight for a first time back in 1973. Now Afolabi on paper here should emerge victorious, but Dunstan, a former British and European champion who's had his career interrupted by a spell of more than 5 years in jail, he has really put his career on the line here, Jim.
Yeah, well, this is a massive opportunity for Dunstan. I don't know if he would have believed when he resumed his career that he would get an opportunity like this. I mean, believe it or not, this is one step away from a world title challenge. I mean, he does have an excellent record. He's only lost 3 fights. He's a good fighter. He was on a roll all those years ago. So, obviously, his body hasn't been abused over the last number of years, so he's fit enough and fresh enough to make this comeback, but this is a difficult job for him.
Dunstan in the green shorts, 42 years old, certainly looks in good shape. Interesting fight, this one, as a warm-up for the crowd, and you can hear the chants going up in the background. A real buzz of anticipation around this big stadium.
I mean, Afolabi has done a fair bit of sparring for a living during his career, but what he has done at the same time is learned the business inside and out. He knows perfectly how to pace a fight, when to work, when to back off, and he does have a decent technique. He's not normally the most exciting in the world, but it's nice to hear him say before this one that he also wants to look good as well as winning, and they're facing off straight from the opening bell here, which is encouraging.
I saw him fight back in March on the undercard of Vitaly Klitschko against Odlanier Solis. He won Lubaš Suda of the Czech Republic.
Yes, it was 8-round draw.
Afolabi, slightly the taller man, although both
the first round was
being
where
6'3".
the ties happened. First round, and then you could.
Well, Dunstan holding his own in the opening session here, standing his ground. A lot of his jabs are just slightly out of range, as you have to expect with a guy as slippery as Afolabi. Not much in the opener, not much to split them at all. So far, still have 50 seconds to go, so nothing dramatic happening. This is better from Dunstan, just getting a little bit closer.
Started well, Jim David. He beat David Dolan to win the English title in Houghton-le-Spring in December.
It's 7 and 8. We're
He
okay.
started here with a bit of confidence, but this is better now from Afolabi.
Not sure if that's a little bit of damage on his left eye. Oh, what a punch that was! That's a finisher.
Great right hand, terrific right hand, and Terry Dunstan is not going to get up from that one. It's going to be all over in this opening round, and the referee has waved it over, and what a peach of a shot that was from Ola Afolabi. They say he's not a noted puncher. Well, tell Terry Dunstan, and what a terrific punch that was.
Well, Dunstan already had his eye cut with the first real assault of the fight. But that finishing punch, it really was a peach, got him bang on the chin. He's badly stunned. He wants to, typical of a fighter, he wants to get back on his feet, but they want to get the stool out here. They're bringing the stool now. If he doesn't want to lie in the canvas, I don't blame him for that, but get the stool under him, sit him down. He is badly stunned. He is nowhere near recovered. See, they want to get him on his feet. This is dangerous. He could end up falling over again. That's how they have him on his stool now, thankfully. But what a shocking punch that was. That was over as soon as that punch landed.
Well, over Ola Afolabi in the first round then, getting the win he wanted. And he now lines himself up maybe for that world title rematch against Marco Huck. Tremendous punch it was in the corner. Dunstan getting treatment, the cheers in the background as the fans watch a replay on the big screens above the ring, and a tremendous shot it was. Here it is.
Yeah, well, I was just saying he's holding his own. If nothing dramatic happens from now at the end of the round, it's a good opener, and then it couldn't have been any more dramatic. Look at that punch, bang on, knocked the gum shield straight out of his mouth, and as soon as that punch landed, you knew it was over. Terrific punch, couldn't have landed on the sweet spot any better. And you see the gum shield, you know, spraying from his mouth. But just the way he stepped in with the punch, got his full body weight behind it. Pump. That is the punch from an experienced fighter.
Afolabi's been sparring with Vladimir Klitschko. Well, if he's landed anything like that, it'll have tested Klitschko's chin.
Yep, not half. And he did say before the fight it wasn't enough to win tonight. He wanted to look good. He wants to make himself more of an attraction and to get another crack at the World Championship. Maybe he feels he didn't perform as well as he could have done, but that, without question, was a world-class punch.
Marco Huck, the WBO champion, due to defend his title in Munich next month against Hugo Garay of Argentina, and he came through a really tight split decision victory defending back in December against Denis Lebedev of Russia. Ola Afolabi, well, for my money, he looks absolutely ready to have another crack.
Yeah, well, what a confidence builder that was. I don't know if they want to keep him busy. I mean, I don't know how soon he can expect to step back into a world title fight. As I say, he didn't really shine in his previous efforts, so I don't expect the promoters will be queuing up. But you get your hands on the WBO Intercontinental title as a stepping stone, and it gives you the right for yet another crack at the world title. Thankfully, Terry is okay now. He's communicating well. But what a shocking punch that was he had to take.
Ola Afolabi being trained by Fritz Sudanek nowadays, who's the man who looks after Vitaly Klitschko, and clearly enjoying that relationship. He's looked very happy and relaxed around the Klitschko camp this week, and showing that he's sharp indeed.
Yeah, and the confidence that it must give you when you're dealing with Klitschko's punches. But I mean, he knows how to look after himself, Afolabi. He's learned the game properly. He knows every aspect of it, when to attack, when to defend, you know, when to go into a shell, when to take some chances. And he looked as though he was just having a look at Dunstan in the opening round. He had already cut his eye with the first attack, but then slips the lead and comes in with a punch like that. Without doubt, a real world-class shot, and thankfully Terry Dunstan, as we're speaking here, he's gone over, they've cuddled each other, he's okay again. But what a terrific punch that was.
Winner by knockout after 2 minutes and 40 seconds of the first round. And still the reigning WBO Intercontinental Champion from London, Ola Afolabi.
Ola Afolabi taking the applause of the crowd. Good to see Terry Dunstan back on his feet as well after that brutal first round knockout defeat. Ola Afolabi celebrating with his team. An explosive way to start the night. That was a good way to make a statement on a huge stage, Lennox Lewis.
This is where you make the statement, and he threw that punch correctly and lights out. Didn't have to wait till the judges get it.
Yeah, Marco Huck, he was disappointing against Marco, although he pushed him hard for the world title fight. He didn't look great, but he reintroduced himself there with that one right hand. And let's not forget, Terry Dunstan's 43 years old, spent a bit of time away and has come back, but a guy's chin at 43, and I'm sure you'll agree, Lennox, isn't as good as a young guy's. So, but nevertheless, what a clinical finish that was, absolutely spectacular. That right hand was brilliant, and we know that he's been sparring with Vladimir Klitschko, so he'll be prepared, because there's similar right hand Lennox David Hay throws as well. So he threw a longer one than you, yeah. But it's a similar sort of counter right hand, so you can be sure that he's been preparing very hard for that.
It was a brutal finish, Johnny.
He actually caught him about 5 or 10 seconds before that shot, and Terry tried to kid his way through it, and then he sensed he hurt and came back again, finished him very clean, very clinical.
Let's hear from Ola Afolabi ringside right now.
Ola Afolabi, always a pleasure to see you, and I bet you're a very, very happy man. Your quickest win ever on the biggest stage.
Yeah, man, I guess not being lazy works out, huh? I worked hard for this fight. 2 weeks before this fight, my shoulder came out for the first time, and I've been working with these guys, Andy Lee and like Emmanuel Stewart and my trainer Fitz Stunick. They've been telling me to just relax and rest my arm. So for the last 2 weeks, I didn't do any sparring or working out. But those rounds with Klitschko got me in shape, so, I worked hard and here I am.
Is that the one shot that's going to take you to a world title and make you a world champion for Britain a bit?
That's what they said when I landed the same shot against Enzo and it got to my head. I'm going back into the factory and I'm working twice as hard, and hopefully this will put me on the background to fight Marco Huck again, or Ledbedev, whoever they want. I believe in my power now, and I got the condition to fight, so we'll do it.
Ola, quick prediction for the big fight.
I say within 1 to 7, Klitschko.
Thanks, Ola.